A hosepipe ban is on the way for parts of Kent and Sussex after record levels of demand for drinking water in the hot weather.
As London continues with its first heatwave of the year, we'll hear how the sun is keeping some businesses booming and how you can join in.
Now, Kent and Sussex will implement a hosepipe and sprinkler ban after demand for drinking water reached record levels in June. The current spell of hot weather means some people have been without water since Monday because of supply issues. Duncan Kennedy has more from East Sussex.
In Wadhurst, people are asking, where's the water?
Utility room, give it a try.
David Moore hasn't had mains since Monday.
Nothing.
Just like thousands of others in this East Sussex town.
Nothing at all for 5 days.
Well, pretty disgusted, really. You're paying for a service you're not getting.
We have to modify what we do so we can cope. So we've had to change what we do in our lives because of this.
At the local primary school, they've had to close classes for the early years, leaving parents angry and frustrated.
It feels absolutely crazy that in this century we have no water from our taps or in our toilets. It's just mad. And we're having to share water from any source that we can get hold of. The children being off school, it's kind of been working from home, COVID-style, kind of teaching our children at home again. It's been pretty horrific, actually.
Another school nearby has also been without water for days.
Oh, it's been extremely frustrating, and it's really difficult for everyone. The children have had to go back to home learning. Parents have had to cancel work plans to support the children with the learning.
But this isn't just a problem for one town. South East Water, the supplier involved, has today announced a hosepipe and sprinkler ban for all its customers across Sussex and Kent. The company says there's no drought, but it's simply a case of massive early summer demand they cannot meet.
It's important to note that the hosepipe ban putting in state is not because we don't have raw water stocks. We have enough raw water, but we've replenished our stocks. This is a demand-driven issue. So I cannot produce any more water than I'm currently producing. Every source I have is running at maximum output, and we simply cannot keep up with demand.
Hosepipe bans rarely start this early in summer, but places like Wadhurst, now being supplied with bottled water, may see more of this as demand battles supply for this precious resource. Well, tonight, some homes here have been reconnected, but they tell us that the pressure is often very weak. South East Water say they can't guarantee getting everybody back on until Sunday. They also tell us that this hosepipe ban across Sussex, across Kent, will be in place for as long as necessary. And they tell us that anybody who flouts that ban, Clive, could face a fine of up to £1,000.
It's hot, it's humid, and the health service has been under strain for days, with patients coming in with heat-related issues. However, we can't ignore the fact that there are many people enjoying the sun, getting out to do the things they might not otherwise do. And let's face it, London does look good when it's bathed in sunlight. It's one of the reasons some businesses boom in this weather, which adds millions to our economy. So we've been looking at what else you can do while the sun is out. In a moment, we'll hear from Thomas McGill, who's in South London. But first, we're going to cross over to Wendy Hurrell, who's on the South Bank, can tell us what's going on. Wendy.
Thank you, Assad. Yes, it's a lovely evening here. The temperature just right, and it's filling up behind me now with people who've had a long week at work and are kicking back and enjoying themselves. And they might have been attracted by the music that's playing, because this is the London Contemporary Dance School performing for them this evening, and there's going to be tons more of this over the weekend. For example, if you head down here tomorrow to the River Stage on the South Bank, you can try out salsa, you can try out line dancing, contemporary dancing even, and there will be performances from various different companies. Arlene Phillips will be here talking about her career as well. And today I spoke to a choreographer who curated the festival this weekend, and also some of the performers.
My name is Betsy Field, and I'm a member of the Company of Elders. I think we'll be bringing the joy of dance. We can show everybody that you're never too old to dance, and how joyous it is and how happy we are to be doing it, really.
Double time.
You've been working with a top choreographer for this. What's it been like with James Cousins?
It's been wonderful. There's nothing huge movement-wise in this piece, but lots of very small but precise stuff. So the counting is fiendish, but it's beautiful. I love it. I've so enjoyed it.
There's a bit of Donna Summer, I understand.
Donna Summer track. So there's a bit of line dancing in there, and as I say, lots of very precise small movements that are just gorgeous.
I'm so aware when I'm creating the program of the fact that anyone can come along and see. We have such a variety of audiences who are able to watch it. Someone who's just having a drink after work, or someone who's walking home back to the station might come across it. People walking down the river, you know, people who aren't expecting to see dance are going to come across dance this weekend and hopefully be able to interact with it in a way they haven't before.
Yes, London is stuffed with creative and talented people, and they're all spilling out into the sunshine at the moment for your entertainment. Now, I've found a few other things that are free and interesting this weekend in London. A fly past tomorrow. It's the King's First Trooping the Colour, and there is a spectacular fly past planned in place of the scaled down one for the coronation because the weather was so poor. It starts at 11:45, and you might see planes coming into London, heading to Buckingham Palace a little bit before that. Some other free events then I have had a look at today. There's an Uzbek festival, the first ever London has had, in Pottersfield Park in Bermondsey, where there will be food and culture from Uzbekistan. Out west, the Great Exhibition Road Festival is where science and cultural institutions will be setting up stall on the streets of South Kensington with stages for performance and music, and I'm told that you can also extract the DNA from a strawberry should you so wish. A Nigerian festival in Vauxhall Park, a celebration of the rich heritage of Nigeria and a focus on languages because there are 500 spoken in that country. Now, if you are a musical theatre fan, of course you'll be at Trafalgar Square this weekend because West End Live returns, and there will be shows and dance from many of our famous shows in the West End. Something interesting in Hampton Court Palace, there's a trial on where they're selling £1 tickets for those in receipt of benefits, so it's worth looking into if that applies to you. And finally, back here at the River Stage, it carries on. I've talked about what's happening this weekend. Well, next weekend there's a celebration of Arab culture with performance, live music and DJ sets. That is really just a snapshot of all the things happening in London. There is more.